So I just hopped in the 6x6 and I'm pulling out of my underground in Scottsdale, Arizona, and just wanted to take it for a ride and sort of show everybody that surprisingly it's a fairly normal vehicle to drive in the great scheme of things. It's not hard to get out into the traffic. The turning radius is decent. It's somewhat like any other vehicle. The looks that you get in this are what is vastly different than anything else I've ever driven. Everybody has a comment to make, that's for sure. I hope you like kids, because every kid has a need to run over and go, what is it? So this one is going to end on Bring a Trailer tomorrow. We sort of saved the driving video for the end, but wanted everybody to get a look at it on the street driving, and get an understanding of what it actually is. So this one was bought new for its first owner in California. I believe it was registered in Montana though, which is obviously pretty common. Certainly California has some unfavorable tax laws on sales tax, and Montana doesn't. So everything that is priced like this tends to get registered in Montana. The vehicle currently has 7,720 original miles on it. We bought it in July and we sent it to Las Vegas. There's a guy there, which I'm sure will be watching this video. His name's Bill Rader. And Bill is Mr. 6x6, Mr. G squared. He really knows these vehicles, so he picked it up for us, took it out to his shop in the service records that we uploaded. You'll see his service invoice for all the work that he did. Put 6 new tires on, did the suspension work that was needed, and then when Bill was finished with it, doing all the stuff that we asked him to do, we transported it to Mercedes-Benz in North Scottsdale. And there was a window switch and a couple other little things that needed to be done. So I think we spent about $11,500 with Bill, and then we spent another sort of $4,500 at Mercedes-Benz, and that was just going through every system to make sure everything's functioning the way it should. So this being the B700 spec, it's got lots of get up and go. I've driven lots of G-Wagons and G-Squareds and G550s, G63s, G65s. I think of all of them, this one probably sounds the best. The G65, obviously, it has the V12, it purrs more than it has throat. The B700, you definitely have some exhaust notes that are enjoyable to listen to. So we can say mechanically, everything about this vehicle in its current state is as close to perfect as it gets for one that's got 7,700 miles on it. We did everything possible to make sure that it was ready to go, ready to drive. You can see the current mileage, 7721, and you can see the current mileage on the listing, or on the service invoices for both Bill and Mercedes-Benz. This one has a full Brabus interior, so as you can see, all the quilting is much different than what you would get on a standard G63. All the carbon fiber is this white carbon fiber, opposed to the standard carbon fiber that you would get in the normal G63. Brabus 700 into the seat headrests, and the rear seats are all the same. I know we refinished, I believe, the clear on the front fenders. They had some scuffs on them, which is pretty common. They're a little wider than the standard G63, so they tend to get scuffed a little bit. I'm going to pull up here onto the highway and just get up to highway speed and let everybody have a look at it moving along at highway speed. The braking and everything in this is really good. It doesn't feel like you're driving a huge tank. You know, looking forward, to me it feels like driving a normal G-Wagon. Obviously you're sitting a little higher, but behind you don't see a whole lot of the truck bed. When you're looking out your rear view mirror, it's a pretty, you know, for a lack of a better term, normal vehicle to drive. It's not difficult. There's certainly driving an H1 or something feels a little bit more difficult. You have blind spots and stuff in the H1s that you don't have in this. This, you know, still has all the visibility that you would in a standard G63. A little bit about the 6x6 and its compliance in the US. So there's a lot of people that have G63s that are being turned into 6x6s. I know there's a guy in Florida that builds a great rendition of a 6x6 based off a later model, like a 2018 G63. But all of the real 6x6s that were built are from the 2014 model year, and there was approximately 100 of them built. So here I'm just going to side of the vehicle, and then we'll just show you the central tire inflation system and whatnot. But yeah, there was 100 of these built, and to get them into the US, you had to use a company. This one, it was GNK that made it compliant, and Mercedes-Benz needed to provide the needed programming to go through the process to make this one US EPA and DOT compliant. In doing so, you needed the participation of Mercedes-Benz, which now I'm told that there is no more participation from Mercedes-Benz. They are not going to make any more 6x6s compliant. So the cars that are, or the vehicles that are in this country now, are the only ones that are going to be coming in until they are 25 years old. So this is pretty special. We're told that there's about 12 legal and compliant 6x6s in the US total. I don't know exactly how many Brabus 700 spec would be of those 12. If anybody does know, please comment in the comments and add a number that you know does exist. So up here, I'm going to pull over, go through the vehicle with you, but just a few more details. As you can see, these Brabus paddles behind the wheel. Here's all the tire inflation system and everything. And we'll pull over up here. I'll be right back. Thank you.